Coming up, Johnson County schools cancel classes due to a person having hepatitis A. I'll have all the details coming up.
Hazard city officials look to allow alcohol sales on Sundays.
Our severe weather alert day continues for possible slick spots for your morning commute. Those details now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Rain is now moving across eastern Kentucky, but temperatures are expected to crash later tonight, and that rain could change to snow. That's why we've declared a severe weather alert day. Chief Meteorologist Andrew Dockery has more on what to expect. Andrew?
Well, Steve, you said it best. This rain going to be transitioning, but it's not going to happen in the next hour or two. It's actually going to be once we get into this system and we arrive into tomorrow, as early as tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at Pinpoint Doppler, because right now the big story is that heavy rain falling across portions of Interstate 64. We could zoom in on some of those showers and storms. Notice Rowan County now looking at more of that moderate rain, and that rain continues not only for Rowan County but into portions of Breathitt County and all of eastern Kentucky, with a few moderate bands even in Knox County and Whitley County at this time. Now that cold front's working through. So far, cold air has not been able to catch up. Hopefully, we could start to see that transition in the next hour or two. It's 33 in Owensboro, 43 in Louisville, which is where most models had that transition from rain to snow. So we will keep an eye on that Louisville situation as this moves east. Temperatures, they're at 50 in Jackson, 57 in Pikeville, 58 in Hazard, and 52 in Harlan, with 50 in Breathitt County. Steve, it's going to be a close call here with some snow on the backside. We'll keep a close look at it and have a full detailed breakdown of what else we can expect for this week coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Yesterday, the Knott County Fiscal Court voted in favor of a partial county government shutdown. Several departments and services are affected by this, including the road department. And as we learned last night, road crews will only respond to emergencies during the shutdown. But what happens during severe weather, including snow? WYMT's Justin Case went to Knott County to find the answer and joins us now live. Justin.
Steve, now the county only has 2 snow plows total, so that creates an issue. But some of the roadways, like here behind me, like Highway 80, 15, 160, 550, now those roadways are actually cleared by the State Highway Department. The issue is that in the past, the county would actually have contracts with other companies that had snow plows to come in and help during severe weather events like snow. Now the issue is that with the shutdown in place, that money is now gone. So for the more than 700 roadways throughout the entire county, only 2 plows will be able to respond during severe weather.
Everybody's, got issues in each other, and we're just, it's going to be devastating just trying to get from point A to point B with just 2 snow plows with 742 roads to maintain.
Now, a couple things, Steve. Now, we did reach out to the Knott County Board of Education to see how this might affect school kids getting to school. They say that tomorrow there's actually no school because of a holiday, but they are going to continue checking the roadways to make sure they are safe for students to get to school, and that's going to be a determining factor as to whether or not classes are held. But on another note, Steve, now the County Highway Department here says that if you have medical issues, if you need to get to a doctor's appointment or something like that, and there is severe weather, let them know. Give them a call, and they will try to treat your roadways first. We'll have much more on this story coming up tonight at 11. Steve?
All right, Justin, thank you. A case of hepatitis A confirmed in the Johnson County Middle School. We're told a staff member at the school had it. The health department tells us there have been 72 cases of Hep A in the county. There were no classes for schools in the Johnson County School District today because of that, paired with a rise in the number of flu cases. Today was a day of cleaning, and WYNT's Connor James has more.
The case of hepatitis A meant a much more rigorous cleaning.
Deep clean and disinfecting of the entire school, yes.
With some state-of-the-art equipment. Tom Cochran is Johnson County Schools superintendent.
All of our custodians, all of our administrators are throughout the building cleaning using Clorox.
He says the hepatitis A case was from a staff member at Johnson County Middle School.
We'll clean the car.
Now, state regulation required all students to have the hepatitis A vaccine going into school, but staff were not required in that regulation.
We have encouraged all of our staff to have that series. We've offered clinics at most of our schools.
But despite the seriousness the school took to clean every nook and cranny,
we're cleaning, doing a good job, but also having fun at it.
Volunteers like Mark Wolfter came in to help. He's a 7th grade science teacher who came in to get resources since Wednesday was an NTI day.
I saw they were cleaning and knew they were going to need some. Knew it was going to be a big job, so I decided just to kind of stay around and help for a little while. It has been a big task. Yeah, it's just a big building, so it takes a while to get through everything.
In the meantime, Cochran asks students and parents to do their part, not only in the wake of this hepatitis A case.
Take time to wash jackets and coats and disinfect lunch boxes and book bags.
But with the sheer amount of flu cases as well. In Johnson County, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
Cochran says if school is canceled tomorrow, it would be due to weather, not health issues. All the buses in the district are also being disinfected by the Transportation Department. We recently learned that an Eastern Kentucky man was arrested this afternoon on a murder charge. 34-year-old Jason Blevins of Ashland is accused in the stabbing death of 29-year-old Erica Spradlin. She was found in the yard of her Ashland home Saturday, suffering from multiple knife wounds. Pretty dramatic scene unfolded in Hazard today. A Bizac truck that carries big rocks in the Hazard, Kentucky 15 construction zone caught fire around lunchtime. This video was taken by Ben Brayman and posted to his Facebook page. Traffic was not stopped because it was not close enough to the road to cause problems. No one was injured in the situation, and the fire was put out by the Hazard Fire Department. We're told trucks like these cost between $300,000 and $400,000. Officials say a loud boom could be heard last night in several eastern Kentucky counties, particularly Jackson County. Chris Johnson talked to residents with several theories about what may have caused the noise.
Yeah, 100% sure I know it happened. I have no idea where it came from. That is the mystery. And yes, I definitely would like to know what it was.
It's the conversation of the county.
It was so loud and so unexpected that I just kind of like jumped.
Last night, Jackson County 911 received several reports of an earth-shaking sound.
A couple people called in and saying they'd heard this loud boom in the county, and of course we immediately went to checking on that. We checked all over the area and we never found anything.
Devonna Heisel lives in the northern part of the county. She says the mysterious boom shook the foundation of her house and scared a few of her neighbors.
We've had it to shake the house before, but not so much that we even have a little dog that jumped. That never happened before.
So this isn't the only time folks have heard a loud boom in this area. We went to the Jackson County 911 Facebook page. Look at some of these comments. Riri, this is the second time. The first boom was last Friday, I think. Look just below her comment. Carla, it felt like the ground shook along with the boom. Check this one out. Manuela, it could be transformers blowing up. And then Clyde, he said, I heard it too. I live in eastern Jackson County. I thought the neighbor's house might have blown up. Whatever this loud boom is, it certainly has the town talking.
Yeah, there's no reports of damage. Nobody seems to know what it was, so it's kind of like very puzzling.
I don't know. It could be Ghostbusters. I don't know. I have no clue what this is.
The mystery continues in Boomtown. I'm Chris Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, last night, the Hazard City Commission voted unanimously to move forward with a Sunday alcohol sales proposal in the city. We were unable to reach Mayor Happy Mobilini, but learned from City Manager Derek Hall that last night's vote was just procedural. 3 of the 4 members of the City Commission voted to move forward. Susan Brotherton abstained because she owns a business with a liquor license. The next step is to draft an ordinance that outlines times alcohol can be sold and what types can be sold. The last time this debate was brought up, State Representative and pastor of Gospel Light Baptist Church Chris Fugit strongly opposed the proposed change. He was officiating a funeral today and was unable to meet for an on-camera interview, but said he again opposes it. As a former state trooper, he says it will cost more time and effort to police drunk driving. As a pastor, he says he's seen it break up homes and cause hurt and anguish. And as state representative, he says it won't bring in more money, but instead cost even more money for police departments. Federal workers in Lexington are calling on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to push through a bill to reopen the government. Garrett Weimer was there as they protested outside of his office.
Stop the shutdown now! Stop the shutdown now!
With chants and signs, they made their mission obvious.
Send our message loud and clear, call the vote, reopen the government, and take care of the American worker.
Dozens of federal workers, supporters, and even workers from other fields gathered at the Lexington office of Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
Take the letters, we lead.
They also tried to take a letter into the senator's office. They chanted in the building's lobby for several minutes before police stepped in.
The administration has requested that everyone that is not employed here needs to exit the building.
Workers in Washington also wanted answers and action from the Senate Majority Leader. A big crowd of protesters occupied the Hart Senate office building outside McConnell's office there. On the floor of the Senate, he spoke in support of the president's plan that would reopen the government.
The president's made a comprehensive and bipartisan offer that would accomplish everything Democrats have said needs to be accomplished right now, immediately.
A vote on that and a Democrat-backed plan should come Thursday, but are expected to fail.
No paycheck, no peace!
Folks here say they're tired of the games.
Because these folks are not combatants in this fight. They are being held hostage.
Politics aside, they want the shutdown over.
Down now!
Garrett Weimer, WYMT Mountain News.
Meanwhile, an Eastern Kentucky ministry opens its doors to federal employees who are affected by the shutdown. Water into Wine is a food pantry ministry in Magoffin County. Today, they offered furloughed employees the chance to come in the pantry and get groceries they need. More than 30 families took advantage of their services, and the director says if the shutdown continues for the next few weeks, they'll be hosting this event again.
We've been blessed with more stuff kind of than usual. And usually, you know, we serve the ill, needy, and, like I said, elderly. But this is a different group of people that came in today.
A lot of today's donations were brought in by the Christian Appalachian Project. If you or someone you know has been affected by the shutdown, you can contact the Water into Wine Ministry. You can find their information on our website, WYMT.com. Residents in Martin County are gathering together to support furloughed workers. The Inez Free Will Baptist Church, along with the Martin County Ministerial Association and the Inez Elementary Beta Club, say they are collecting food and gift card donations all week. Your last chance to donate will be on Friday at noon. Pastor Bubby Davis says they will deliver donations to the Big Sandy Prison around 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. Coming up on Mountain News at 6, heavy winds knock over a sign in Whitesburg. We'll have that story.
And rain to snow happening tonight. We'll break down what we do know coming up here next.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service,